Okay, welcome back to part 3 of Totes. What am I feeding my dirt? We're going to get right into it.
Okay folks, so here we've got our plastic totes. We've got our line. We're going to cut it in half, and it would look something similar to this, but this was a mistake. The first time we did this, we cut them in half vertically, but the problem is in the spring when you plant your garden, the walls are stiff, but in the summer they fold down and they sag, and that was a disaster. So now we have to cut them horizontally so we can put them back in the cage. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut off the valve or the snout. And then the second thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out the top and the bottom, as you see here. We leave about 6 inches around the side just to give it some support. So we have a nice big opening so we get a flow of minerals and stuff from the ground up into our thing. If you have problems with moles, which we do, I also put a 1/2 inch square screen in this bottom to keep the varmints from digging up into my garden. Okay, so now we've got our plastic tubs cut, big holes in the center. We've got our cages in the ground. You're going to have one cage which has a bottom bar that actually sits on the ground. On the other side, you're going to have stakes that are penetrating the ground. As you can see, they come down about this far. The other thing is these tubs, you might have to clear out a little divot so they'll settle down so the top of the things are not above the rim of your cages. And then the one last thing I did, just to kind of secure everything, is I took automotive hose clamps and we tied them together side to side, and then we just filled them up with dirt and grow our garden above ground.
All right, well there you have it. That's the Totes and how we do it. I do nothing. How Chip does it. Thank you for joining me for What Am I Feeding My Dirt?